Hi, my name is Samantha Lee Curran, and I'm going to read you 4 poems from my upcoming collection, Exposure to Existence. I am currently at a chateau in France for a writer's residency. Look how beautiful this is, this whole building. So I'm going to read you 4, and the first one is called The Chosen One. It was partly inspired by Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it's about how hard it is being a person who everybody relies on, everybody wants something from, everybody needs something from, and the toll that can take. I stand at the mouth of hell, throw my body into the fire, for the weight of the world to remain. I am the sacrificial lamb whose demons fester in wait while fighting those of others. I stand at the opening of the hell dimension, jump in head first, surrender to my calling. My love, the key that everyone seeks. I live with a railroad spike through my chest and an angel hanging over my head. I'm a piece of meat on a string, dangling in front of evil, offering myself up to death by the covenant of good. Death is my gift to give, a power I hold in my hands, chosen to carry the burden. I am left fragmented, transformed, reshaped, reborn, as I stand at the pit of my past. The next one is called The Leftovers. This one was inspired by my first real-ish relationship, my first serious relationship. And it's about how you can give so much, and they can take so much, that you, and you're given nothing in return, that you are essentially left with nothing at the end. You consumed a piece of me every morning with your coffee and toast, like I was a part of your routine, remnants dripping down your chin and splattering on the floor, and then left me next to the rotting fruit in your fridge, put in my place, until you were hungry for me again. I was just a piece of meat you could devour, but I could never get even a little taste of you, my thirst unquenched and my stomach empty. And when you were done, all that was left was the dregs in the sink, and I was starving. The next one is called Mandarin Hearts. This one was inspired by a moment I was with my partner at home, just sitting. Both had mandarins, and we were eating them, and I was picking mine apart, being very selective about the bits I wanted to eat, taking up the skin off the stringy bits, only consuming the bits I wanted. And I look over to him and he's just eating the whole thing, it doesn't matter. And it got me thinking about the difference between people. Some people in a relationship, they will pick apart pieces of a person, only consume or want only the bits they want, while others just take everything as it is, happy with every part of it. You always ate the mandarin whole, stringy veins, rind and all, savouring each bite. I like to tear them apart, stick my fingers into them, split right open to their fleshy bodies until I reach the purest part, their purest form. You took me as I was, detached outer layer, the tough exterior. I had to get to the tender innards, the vulnerable core. I couldn't care less for the exterior, the casing you envelop yourself in, hungry to have the sticky syrup running down my lips and fingers, splattering spots on my gluttonous palms. You'd tell me that you loved them, and I would say that too. But I only loved them long enough to stop the hunger, the perfect fit in my hand until it wasn't. I scrap the residual segments as you continue to consume and relish in what you have, and I reach for the next. And the last one is called 100 Times. I like to say that I have lived 100 lives. I've lived many lives. And to me, a life is a relationship, like a chunk of time where I've dedicated myself to someone. And this one starts from the beginning, goes through each of my serious relationships and how they affected me. And so this is about each life I have lived. I have lived 100 lives and died 100 times. Naive years at fault of falling to abuse. If you love me, you will do this for me. Suffocating, bending, and breaking to fit what would never satisfy. The wooden floor took away my dignity, and I bled out onto the tiles. Trust for someone that could never trust themselves. I don't know what I want. Back and forth broke fragile parts of me, and my choice was made by the hands of another. My life hanging by a thread. Light hearts and lust for silk sheets. I can't love someone who is this way. Carried the weight and scars of those before, afraid of anything real, of what doesn't fit. I fell 6 feet into another. High hearts and a common bloody thread. No words said. Veiled from sight, wrists bound tightly, intensely consuming and tormentingly palpable. Like a shot, my heart ripped out. I bled out onto the tiles once more. A strange unknown, you are safe here. Velvet comfort and the space to be. I bleed differently, yet I still breathe. I have lived 100 lives and died 100 times. And that's it. Thank you for watching and listening. This book, Exposure to Existence, is essentially my existence so far on the page. My experiences, my relationships, my memories, my emotions. It's everything. It is, exposed on the page. So if you liked what you heard, I'd really love and appreciate if you bought a copy, shared, anything. The book comes out on February 15th through Alien Buddha Press, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. I've worked so hard. And I love this collection, and I hope you do too. Thanks for listening.